Scorps, my lovely Scorpio. This is Brandon Curtis at Entpgathering, Science and Spirituality Meeting with a level up reading for my lovely Scorpios. This is all placements. I'm using the Astral OG deck. We're going to pull 3 cards to tap into and take a look at the celestial body energies that are in your situationship. And you'll definitely have messages coming through in this reading for you, Scorpio. And then to match those 3, we're going to choose 3 cards from the Magic of Marvel Oracle deck and take a look at what superhero energies you can embody to help you in your situationship. Calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel to ground the collective of Scorpio and myself, and to increase and improve and protect the accuracy of the messages that we're receiving from you, dear archangels. I'm also asked to call in Anubis, Sekhmet, Sobek, Ma'at, Thoth, and Isis. Also Kalima and Ascended Master Kuan Yin. Scorps, you probably know why I called in Anubis and the Egypt gang. Scorps, ruler of the 8th house, sex, death, and transformation, also other people's money. I'm a quad Taurus. I've had many Scorpios in my life, and to be upfront, very honest with you, many of them have been brought into my life to teach me lessons on how to forgive, because both myself and my lovely Scorpio, because many of them have been toxic and challenging. A couple of them have been trauma bonds. So we might talk about that a little bit more. Thoughts with Mercury and Aquarius, the diplomat. That's a message for me, to be very diplomatic in this reading, because I know how sensitive you can be, Scorpio. I know how powerful you can be, with Pluto being your planet ruler, along with Mars. This is a lot of masculine energy, in my opinion. Pluto, I don't know if you know this, Scorps, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to communicate that to you. We got the moon. Pluto is no longer considered a planet. That's not what I want to mention. Pluto is a binary system. Pluto itself is about 18% the size of our moon. And its moon, or satellite, Charon, is about 1/3 of the size of Pluto. Interesting relationship they have, and Pluto rules the destruction of relationships, both to the self and to other people and other people, places, or things in our life. For example, the United States is going through a Pluto return, its first. Because Pluto, the binary system Pluto, takes 248 years to orbit around our solar sun. It is now in the heavens, in the place in the heavens where it was when our nation was founded, on a lot of dark shit, racism, war, and a lot of death. And that's what Pluto represents. But with every death, as you well know, Scorps, there is a rebirth. It's fiery phoenix energy. Mars, your other ruling planet, is where we get the fiery phoenix energy in your descriptor. So, 3 cards from my lovely Scorps to find out what energy of the planets, the celestial bodies, are in Scorp's situation. And then 3 cards from the Magic of Marble Oracle deck to match with these 3 cards. And we'll put the whole situation together along with advice from the archangels, from Spirit, on how to move forward. First card out, we have Juno and commitment, marriage, long-term relationships, fulfillment, compatibility, give and take, loyalty, partnerships, intimacy, needs, soulmates, unions, and it rules the month of June. So, Scorps, might you have a commitment coming your way, which would be exciting because I know how long it takes you to commit, to become transparent enough, open enough to allow another one in with whom you can commit. Second card out, first house of the self. There's a commitment to the self that is brewing. Physical appearance, early childhood, goals, desires, individuality, temperament, personality, natural tendencies, identity, and self-image. And fate with a north node. Let me show you these cards. We have commitment, first house, Aries, and north node. Fate, destiny, life goals, lessons, journey, calling, mission, challenges, soul purpose, the future, karma, learning curve, and the destination. Bottom of the deck, south node, karmic past. And what I just heard very clearly was, if you commit to yourself, there is a fated future commitment coming your way. Or it's simply fated that you're in a situation where you need to commit to yourself, and that's going to put you in north node energy. And here at the bottom of the deck, we have a karmic past. I think this is saying, and I'm hearing, that what has prevented you from having this commitment to the self and then to somebody outside of yourself where you can build loyalty, it has been your karmic past. You've probably been cycling through karmic past life people, souls that followed you into this lifetime, or you were both incarnated in this lifetime to complete a cycle from the past. And I'm hearing you're breaking away from South Node karmic partners and moving into North Node energy, which is fated for this incarnation, so long as you can commit to yourself first. And partner. I mean, really, if you commit to yourself, you're going to fulfill your own intimacy needs first, because it builds self-love when you commit to yourself. You become loyal to yourself. You then embody that energy so that you can, as above, so below, as within, so without. Once you do that, Scorps, for yourself, the universe is going to go wham, like magic. That person that you can commit to will come in. That person who you can be loyal to will come in. All right. Let's find 3 superhero energies that you can embody to aid you with these 3 very powerful cards. Juno, first house of the self, and the North Node. Hope you're doing well. Please like this. Please share it. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm growing it. Or follow, depending on where you find this video. Comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. Not every message is meant for you. This is a general, collective, timeless reading. So know that whenever you click on it, there will be at least one message for you. But don't force everything into your energy, into your timeline. This develops your third eye and your ability to discern what energy is yours, what belongs to yours in the moment, and what does not. All energy recycles. time is cyclical, so you'll be given an opportunity to learn a lesson. Should you miss a message that could help you in your situationship now, there'll be plenty of other messages that you can use to help you move forward. All right, I have cut this, I've shuffled. First card out, Black Widow. Look twice, leap once. Overcommitment. Right, I mean, that's about being patient. That's about discernment. Is this person for me? Is this step I'm going to take in a commitment, first to myself, right for me, right now? And once you do that, whenever it should occur, Scorps, then, the question will be, yeah, look twice. Look first inside to establish this loyalty, to establish this commitment with the self. And then the second time you look, you're going to be looking outside of yourself, because you will have called in a partner. And then, it's take a look at them. No need to quickly react. And by react, I mean run away or run towards immediately. You need to learn response rather than reaction, because that Mars energy can come back and bite you in the ass. And because you embody Plutonian energy naturally in all your relationships, it can be very destructive to the other person and to yourself at the same time if you should react rather than respond. So look twice, leap once. Second card out, and that was regarding commitment and the asteroid Juno. Second card out is Aunt May. Home is never too far away in the first house. Exactly. When you do this healing work, when you establish loyalty within the self, you generate self-love. And there's no better place. This is fourth house energy. This is cardinal water energy. This is where you need to look in your zodiacal chart, what planets are there. That will give you a good idea of how that fourth house, which is cardinal water energy, your fixed water energy. You know how sometimes you get stuck, right? And you can't commit because you feel safe where you are. Fourth house, look to your fourth house, not the eighth house. It's easy for you, Scorps, to get stuck in the eighth house, in this perpetual death, mistaking it for fourth house energy, which is Cancerian. You need to move that water. Use Cancerian. Look to your fourth house, because the fourth house is actually the emotional home that we all have. And Aunt May, home is never too far away, over the first house of the self. I think you can figure that out. No matter where you go, there you are, is what comes to mind when I think of fourth house energy. If you can build a home, an emotional home, especially for you, Scorps, within the self, you're gonna have a place to feel free, where you can be comfortable and relax. And also, a home protects us from weathering storms, right? North Node and Fate. We have Deadpool. I'm just here for the snacks. Lighten up. And I love it's Deadpool. I'm going to read this description. Deadpool dies many times over, just like you, Scorps. And he always bounces back with a quip, with a joke, with something dark and sexual, does he not? Just like you, Scorps. Should you choose to rise like the phoenix, rather than remaining, like a corpse, or being pulled apart and just lying there, and not picking yourself back up, staying in that perpetual state of death, which you can easily do. You're stubborn, just like I'm stubborn. I'm a quad Taurus, just like Aquarius and Leo can be stubborn with their element, respective elements. Okay, sometimes things just refuse to go your way, Scorps, and no one knows that better than Deadpool. He's been melted into a puddle, hit with a rocket, trampled by a zombie T-Rex, and somehow he snarks his way back to life. If the merc with a mouth has decided to barge into your spread, it's because you may find yourself at a true low point in life. Yeah, I always describe scorpionic energy as being at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the lowest point in the world, in the ocean. It's cold, I mean, really, really cold. It's pitch black, there's no light, and the weight of the entire world's ocean is holding you down there. Also increasing how cold that water is because of the pressure and because there is no light. But Scorp, you were so strong with that fixed water energy that it's almost comforting to you because you don't have to move. You don't have to allow air into your lungs so you become buoyant and rise towards where light actually, warmth, and that Mars energy, that fire energy will hit you and start warming the waters around you, which will make the waters around you even less heavy, which makes you more buoyant, and you shoot to the top, and ideally you get on land because Taurus, fixed earth energy, is your shadow side. While you're down there dying, and in pitch black, it would behoove you to think about your shadow self, which is fixed earth energy. And on the surface of the earth, we have all the planets, and you have formed a foundation. But consider this: have you ever been eaten by venom and lived to tell the tale? Your greatest sorrows can become your stories, and by leveraging your humor, tenacity, and a good chimichanga, life will start to look up. Yeah, look up from the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and know that life occurs up there. And you might be stuck in a karmic cycle of the past. All right, bottom of the deck. Speaking of cold, Emma Frost. If you think I'm cold now, just wait. Exactly. You're accused. When you're in that state, as I've described, you are ice cold. All the fixed signs can be ice cold. Even a Taurus like me, who finds it much more easier, maybe from your vantage point, Scorpio, to be extroverted. But know that we're both feminine, which element, right? Air and fire are the masculine elements. And you have fire in you. It's what allows you to become the fiery phoenix, right? We're both introverted. So we don't mind being alone. When I did my shadow work, I started developing a greater need, a respect, an enjoyment of water, the actual element of water. I make sure that I'm drinking plenty of water. I'm taking my spiritual baths. I'm getting out in nature, which is natural for a Taurus, a Taurian. And it's nice to be around nature now, but also around bodies of water. And for me, it's the ocean. Whereas before, I'd always known, and if somebody were to ask, beach or mountains or desert, which one's your favorite? Mine would be a mountain lake. So it makes sense. But when I did my shadow work, which is what I do right now, is helping people transform using Scorpionic energy and become the fiery phoenix and not get stuck, not remain solitary, and specifically you Scorps, or the collective of Scorps, I can help you learn how to commit first to yourself, because that's the most important for everybody, because that's where we find self-love. And once we generate self-love, just a small flame of it inside of us, it's, you know, the heat is going to be different than the heat of Mars, which is action and anger and well, war. You know, this is what I teach. So if you're interested in getting a descriptor, go to Entpgathering.com. I use cognitive functions theory along with attachment style theory, along with NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I also have a degree from the Juilliard School in drama, so I'm well versed in understanding the mind-body connections, how emotions, thoughts, and feeling all intermingle. All right, I think I'm going to conclude it here. You know, Emma Frost isn't always ice cold, isn't always as hard as glacial ice. No. She's got a nice rack, nice, voluptuous, soft-looking rack on her. Which is flesh, which is skin, which is warm, which is earth energy. So further confirmation that don't stay in that death cycle, that death spiral, I'm hearing, too long, longer than is necessary. It's time for you to take a leap. All right, I hope to see you in the next reading. Check out my other readings on Scorpio or cognitive functions and the MBTI community, or just my general collective readings on karmic relationships and trauma bonding and addictions and all that dark shit that I know that you'll appreciate. Check them out on my channel. Hope for you to become a subscriber or a follower, and comment, like, share, and I'll see you in the next reading. Namaste.